what up? This is Scoozy, back with a brand new episode of Help Me Survive Minecraft. So, thanks for coming along. Last time, if you remember, we started our villager area by beginning the glass dome that's going to close them in to the cave area and keep them safe from any mobs spawning and creeper explosions. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm going to be honest, this is actually being filmed at the end of the video because my original intro for some reason cut off after 16 seconds. I don't know what happened, but it's gone. So basically, after last episode, just get back into first person mode here. I was out harvesting wool to start the decoration of the new villager area, and I kind of had a theme in my head of kind of recreating like a natural kind of landscape that they would build their village in normally, but I wanted to do it in a very cartoony, like clearly fake style. So I was going to make it out of wool blocks, and I had the different colors for grass and leaves and the hills, and blue for some water in the sky, and white for clouds, and I needed brown. So you'll see me later on in this episode talking about having to go and get the cocoa beans from the jungle. Spoiler alert, I succeeded. But yeah, while I was down here harvesting these, I had come down, it was nighttime, but I looked everywhere, all the way around, for any sign of a creeper, and there was none. No creeper to be seen anywhere. I hop in here, pull out my shears, seconds later, boom! Creeper explosion. Now, there was someone sitting here with me in the room, someone who also plays Minecraft, and they also did not hear any sort of warning hiss from the creeper. So I don't know what was up with that. My hostile mob sounds were definitely on. I don't know. I think he was just being super sneaky. He was creeping like a creeper. So anyways, they took out the collection chest here for the slime farm. They took out the fence that was penning in all of these chickens that were laying eggs into our raw chicken producer. And yeah, so there were chickens everywhere. They took out this newly expanded sheep pen, giant crater hole, and yeah, there was colored sheep absolutely everywhere, chickens everywhere, slime balls everywhere. So I picked up the slime balls, brought them all into the house to put them in the storage room, and then I just kind of logged out. I wasn't ready to deal with it that night. the rounding up of all the sheep, the repairing and whatever, that the creeper really ruined my night. So the next day I came, and yeah, that's where I started filming the video. The intro got cut, and then I think after this you'll see me doing a little montage of rounding up these sheep, fixing the fence, that sort of thing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, was there anything else I was going to say about that? I don't believe so, but yeah, I think that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll the rest of the episode, and hopefully I haven't forgotten anything in this intro, because like I said, this is yeah, 2 days after I first started filming, so things are a little out of line in my own internal timeline. Anyways, before I get too far off track, enjoy the rest of the episode. And don't forget, if you do like it and seeing fails like this and all the sheep all loose in the thumbnail, hit the like button and tell me that you do like it. Otherwise, how am I supposed to know? Alright, be back in a second. So, as you can see from that little montage, those sheep were spread out everywhere, but I think I managed to get them all back. I took a quick look around, and I can't find any more. So, I mean, there's a white sheep up there, but I don't think he was part of that group. I think he's just a wild one. But anyways, if I find any more blue or green sheep out there, I'll know I missed a few. So now that that's taken care of, I'm going to go over to the villager area, and I want to show you kind of what I've been up to over there. Eat some chicken, and we'll sprint across there real fast. So far all I've really done is I mined out that big corner section of the ceiling. So we got a nice big open area. Ta-da! And I went around and I put out some redstone lamps. They're not going to be floating. This is going to be the floor level. So yeah, they're all going to be floor level. And then what I'm thinking about for the decor here is I think I want to do like kind of a stylized nature kind of thing, like almost as if the villagers are part of some sort of zoo exhibit. And so the green wools will be for like obviously like the grass and whatnot, and the blues for the sky. And I'm going to put in some like trees and maybe like a little waterfall and just make kind of like a little scene here, but it's going to be meant to look fake. It's not. I'm not trying to actually like recreate like a biome. Yeah, it's going to be just kind of like fake and almost cartoony. So yeah, that's kind of the idea I had there. I think it might be cool since it's going to be so safe and protected from mobs for the little weak villagers. It might be funny just to go that one step further and just totally, I don't know, make it look really kiddie and yeah, I don't know. I guess it's hard to describe the kind of vibe I'm going for, but as I start to place blocks in there, I think you'll kind of get the idea if you haven't already. Yeah, so for these redstone lamps, I basically powered them all with a lever because where they're kind of spread out, I figured it may be the least resource intensive way to power them, because obviously you can run redstone chain all the way around to every lamp connected to one power source and then use repeaters where needed, but I don't know, that just seemed like a lot of work and a lot of resources when you can create a stack of levers with a stack of cobblestone and a stack of sticks. It's super easy, and then you just run around and place one on the bottom. It doesn't need to be on the bottom. I mean, like as you can see over here, I placed this one on the wall, and I think that kind of works through quasi-connectivity. So this lever is powering this stone block, and because this is on a diagonal, there's just it's almost like I think of like a glitch in the Minecraft coding, and it will power on the diagonal when really it shouldn't. It's just kind of one of those things. It's a glitch, and it's I don't know if they can't fix it or if they haven't because of how useful it turned out in certain redstone projects. But anyways, we're getting really off topic here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and put a couple more lights in the ceiling. And then, I think I may have enough carpet harvested now to start putting in like the floor and stuff. Excuse me. And beginning to lay out like where the features of this quote unquote environment are going to go. So yeah, I'm going to hop off camera, do a little bit more lighting, go grab some wool, and then I'll bring you back once I've started to place some stuff down here and give you an idea of what it's going to look like. All right, be right back. Okay, and we're back. So, just real quick, scratch everything I said about the lights being powered by quasi-connectivity. Quasi-connectivity does exist. However, in this case, that's not what it is. It's basically just this lever is powering all the blocks around it. So this one, a block that would be here, one here, one here. You know what I'm saying? So like, for instance, this one, I've switched it to the floor, and it still is controlling the block above it, which definitely would not be quasi-connectivity. So yeah, just wanted to go ahead and correct myself there. I was just being a dummy. So anyways, here I am with a bunch of wool, and I'm thinking that you know, we're just gonna start placing blocks, and I got my shears on me if we need to make any changes. Oh, or grab stuff like that. And I guess I should have, yeah, a scaffolding block on me in case I do fall, so I can get back up like that. I'm just gonna go around and, oh wow, can't place blocks today. Wow, maybe I should just stay down here. So yeah, I'm just thinking about kind of laying in some ground and then taking a look at it and kind of seeing where the inspiration takes me. Throughout the whole process, I'm going to have to be going back and forth to the sheep and shearing them because, I mean, I have some wool, but it's not going to be nearly enough for the whole thing. So somewhere in here, I'm thinking about putting like a river that the waterfall will feed into, but I'm not entirely sure where I want that to be just yet. Yeah, see, we're almost out of the lime green now. That's okay. Alright, let's just have a quick look at what that looks like. Yeah, so that'll be the grass, and then we can use the dark green, well, I guess the green, and do some patches that are a little darker. You know, like maybe this area is a little mossy, and then we can put like a tree here or something, and so the ground down around the tree is a little mossier than the brighter, more exposed grass. I don't know, we'll play around with it. And then I have some blues that I'm going to use for the sky, and the river. We got a sun up in the wall. The Minecraft suns are white. See, white. I guess we'll call this one perpetual sunrise because our real world sun is setting on the exact same axis. Whoop. Yeah, pretty cool. I know. Anyways, I'm going to play around with this a bit off camera because placing wool blocks is not the most interesting thing in the world to watch. And I'll come back when I have just kind of a little bit of progress done. Alright? Be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I've laid a few blocks out, and you can probably kind of get an idea now of what I'm going for. So we have some light sky around the sun, and then it's going to be darker because this is, like I said, just early morning. We'll have some clouds floating in the sky. Our grass, of course, on the ground, and I've kind of made like a twisty river that's coming out of the mountain. I think I'm going to skip the waterfall. I don't think it's really going to fit scale-wise into this room. None of these hills are high enough to really have a waterfall come off of, and if I do make something high enough, then it's going to throw all of this out of scale. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this with just a kind of like a winding river. Yeah. So I'm still in the process of like harvesting wool. You know, every time I'm taking a small break from the build here, I head over, shear the sheep. But it's slow going. I'm just going to plug away at it. But But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come back and show you what I've been up to so far, and kind of give you an idea of that sort of almost comic cartoon styling that I'm going for. So like I said before, we're gonna have a couple trees around as well, and then I'm thinking of building maybe some villager houses, but just like the front facade into the side wall, and then the rest of the house just won't exist. There'll be like a hole in the wall, and I want it to be just kind of enough to satisfy the needs of what a villager considers like an actual house. So yeah, I'm going to do that in this side wall here, and the trees, some more clouds, and then I'm going to try to work on making it a little brighter because it's technically bright enough to stop spawns. Well, at least it was before I started putting all these in. Yeah, no, not anymore. So yeah, I'm going to work on making the sky a bit brighter somehow. It may involve putting some more lights under here and then just covering them with carpets. But yeah, we'll see. Kind of like this. These are all going to have carpets on them too. Yeah. So that's the plan. I'm going to work on this, and when I have it just about done, I'll come back and show you the kind of finished product. All right, be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. So here we are. The background is all done. The sky, the fake hills, whatnot. It took a while to make trips between here and shearing sheep to harvest enough wool to continue. Oh, and I need to fill these holes here. Anyways, yeah, and then I went around and decided that the best way to prevent spawns in here would be just to cover the entire spot with every like block with carpet, so they're not spawnable. And so that took a lot more time waiting for sheep to regrow their wool. But yeah, it's done now. I don't have the trees in yet or any of the villager houses. But I think what I'm going to do is go try to take a trip to find a jungle so I can get cocoa beans and start getting some brown wool. Because I think these hills right here, these like light green ones, lime green I guess it's called, would look really cool if the blocks themselves were brown and then still had the lime green carpet. They'd look more like these kind of, you know, grass blocks. I don't know. I think it's at least worth a try. And then I may just completely, instead of making any sort of real tree, I might just make like trunks out of brown wool and then use the dark green and the lime green wool to make the leaves. I don't know. I think that would look really cool since the clouds are fake, everything's fake, river's fake. Why not have the trees be completely fake too? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Try to take a trek, find a jungle, get some cocoa beans, some brown wool, and then I'm gonna work on everything else. And when I get a little bit of progress in here specifically, I'll come back and show you what I've done. All right, be back soon. All right, and we're back. So, for you, it's just been a second or two. For me, this is the next day. After the last cut, I did go travel, found a jungle, and got the cocoa beans we needed to make some brown wool. Yeah, I was also going to tame some ocelots, but I couldn't find any. It was getting late, so I just came home. But I am going to go and do that at some point and set them up kind of down near my chicken cooker area to protect against future creeper explosions. Yeah, I think that would be good. Yeah, so we went and got some jungle wood, brought some of that back so we can grow cocoa beans and, you know, get our own supply here from now on. But I also wanted to show you what I got done on the villager area. So here we are. This is the villager area just about done. This would be like the biome before the village was built. So I got the brown in now back here. We jump across the river there. And I think that this looks a lot better. These hills, they look a lot like the Minecraft hills now, and it's kind of great. The ones in the background, I'm just going to leave with the dark because they just, you know, you're not supposed to focus on them too much. They're just pushed back, forget about them, and but they, you know, they do lend like an impression that there is more landscape to go. Right here, I'm going to build another house, and this is going to be the one with the redstone only door that will hide the nether portal and allow us to get to it and out. And then on this side, I'm going to build maybe the just like the front end of maybe 3 different houses, and then I might put an actual house right here, and who knows, maybe another one right here. And we're going to make those all valid villager houses with transparent blocks above the outside of the front door, so that, you know, once we get some villager zombies converted over and we find a farmer, we can set up a little crop in here somewhere, maybe like right here, and then turn this actually into a proper village, like villager breeding setup. I don't know, we'll see how that goes, but for now I kind of like it. Yeah, my fiance said it looks like we're putting on a play, like this is the Minecraft set, and that's kind of great. That's almost exactly what I was going for. I wanted it to look like it was attempting realism, or Minecraft realism, I guess, but I did not want to, you know, try to replicate it exactly, or I would have just used dirt blocks and tree blocks and whatnot. I wanted it to be fake. So yeah, this is the final look that we're going for. It's pretty great. And I just wanted to show you one more thing before we call this episode finished. And I know it's a little bit shorter than usual, but I'm just trying to keep things more tight, succinct, and to the point, instead of spreading it all out and doing so many different things in an episode. So hopefully that ends up working better. I don't know. Let me know. There you can see our cocoa bean growing, but I just wanted to show you here our new friend. Ta-da! I named him Bruise because, pardon the zombie noises, because he is black, his armor is blue, he's black and blue, he's Bruise. Haha, see, he likes it. I don't know. Maybe we'll change it later. But, yeah, he's just a decent horse, but I haven't had one yet, and I had the armor, so I figure I may as well bring him home. Yeah, so that's him. That was the other trophy from our jungle trip. Still haven't repaired this. May not yet. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Chicken cooker is still intact, thankfully. Oh man, that creeper explosion was so bad. I hate creepers. I just hate them. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. I want to thank you for coming and spending some time with me, hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, if you like the new villager area and you want to support me and tell me I'm on the right path, just tickle that like button. Just give it a little shot. Let me know I'm doing the right thing and you're into it. And if you don't want to miss any more of these type of videos, you know what to do. Just subscribe. So that's it for me today. I hope to see you back here again next time. Thanks for showing up. Peace.